Hey, this is Mad Matt from Budget Boosting, and I've had some questions on how to install a boost sensing or vacuum sensing or referenced fuel pressure regulator. Now there's different kinds of fuel pressure regulators. Some have one in, one out, and return, and some just have an in and a return. And they're both good and everything. It just means you have to do some teeing. Like if I was to have an in, an out, and a return, that'd be the easiest one to hook up, because you just go from fuel pressure from the fuel pump, fuel pressure from the fuel pump to the return, and then if it had another one, you go right to the carburetor or the fuel injection manifold, the fuel manifold. But since this is just an in and return, we have to do some teeing, so I'm going to show you how to do that. This is a Bosch boost referenced fuel pressure regulator. You can use these for fuel injection or carburetor. Here's the vacuum or boost referenced point. Now you hook this to manifold vacuum or direct from your boost, direct boost sensing. So as the boost increases, the pressure increases. So that's what you're looking for here. The boost increases, the resistance increases, so more fuel will go to the carburetor and less will come to the return. So that's how that's going to work. So I'll show you how to hook up one that only has basically fuel pressure in from the fuel pump to this and to the return. But you have to make a T to go to the carburetor. So basically, fuel comes in from the fuel pump. And this part, T's, well, I'll use my fuel line since I have them. Okay. This is fuel from the fuel pump. So you hook a hose here. Fuel from the fuel pump, hook a hose. Next, if you had a in and out, you would just go here, and then this would go to the carburetor. But this is a two-way, not a three-way. So you have to tee it. Put a T here and a T here. So basically what would happen is you're going from fuel pump, this goes to the carburetor's fuel rail or the fuel injection fuel rail, which is right here. So I have to get another fuel hose to this T, and that's how I would hook it up. So basically I have fuel from the pump, and this goes to the carburetor or your fuel rail. And what happens is you hook your boost sender right here and your return line here. So what happens is fuel pressure goes in. As boost increases, it puts resistance against this, so more fuel will go to the carburetor. That's how this two-way works. A three-way would work. There'd be another line coming out to go to the carburetor or go to the fuel rail. And as pressure increases, it would allow more pressure to go to the carburetor. And when the pressure is, whatever's not being used by the carburetor, goes to the return line right here. Here's the return line. So pretty much how it works. Fuel from the pump, T to the carburetor or to your fuel rail, to the inside of the fuel pressure regulator, and the bottom to the return, and then boost or vacuum to the vacuum reference point. And then you clamp everything, of course, but I'm just showing you how to route everything. Okay. Again, in case you didn't see it too well, fuel goes in here, goes to return here, and this is the boost reference point on a two-way fuel pressure regulator, boost referenced. Now the only difference between boost referenced and vacuum referenced is this would be designed for vacuum, which sucks. As the suction increases, the pressure increases. That's a vacuum referenced fuel pressure regulator. This is a boost pressure regulator, so as boost increases, the pressure increases, or the resistance increases and forces more fuel to go directly to the carburetor and less to the return. So that's how that works. Any questions, please feel free to message me on our Budget Boosting YouTube page and make comments on the video. I always answer them, and let us know how we're doing. And if you like us on Facebook, like us on our YouTube page, check out our Budget Boosting website and our Budget Boosting window stickers and all that great stuff. And this kind of stuff kind of adds to the mix. Knowledge is power. It's horsepower. We move the bottom and slowly lower it down, so this boot will be transferred to the next strut. This is still in good shape. And the spring will just lower a bit, but it should not come all the way out. What I'll do as a precaution is put another jack under here, so as I slowly lower down, I can control the speed I'm lowering down, so it doesn't just fall down on the ground. So that's how I'm going to approach this.